Miracle today. My mind is open, ready to receive it. My heart is open, open all the way. I do accept a miracle, do accept a miracle. I do accept a miracle today. I do receive a miracle, do receive a miracle. I do receive a miracle today.
Oh, it does that again, that little tag. Okay, buddy. It won't. Is that the whole thing as well?
Well, I'm wondering about that too. I don't know if we do that once or twice. What do you got there for? I'm ready for a miracle. Is it a hassle to get to it?
Sorry, one sec. Just one sec.
Yeah.
The more we use it and benefit from it. So expansion and connection this morning. So I invite you to find a very comfortable place for yourself, whether in your chair or even if you're lying down. Just allow your body to be perfectly at rest. And if there is any area in your body that is tight or tense or feeling any discomfort, I invite you to bring that area of your body into your consciousness right now. Bring that area, breathe it in, include it, imagine yourself enfolding it and hugging it as a mother would. And so to facilitate that process, I invite you now to just allow your eyes to close and your breath to be drawn deeply, deeply into your body, just as deeply as you can. Allow it to fill and expand your body and hold. So let's just do that, what's called square breathing. For a few moments, we breathe into the count of 4. We hold to the count of 4, allowing that expansion to take place. Then we release to the count of 4 and sit for the count of 4. So on 1, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Again, hold, release, and hold. And as you're at the top, holding, see if you can't actually just breathe in a little more. Allow that breath to open your lungs and your heart and your entire body. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and expand 4. Release 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. In. Hold, release, and hold. So now just allow that process to continue in your body without your intention or your attention. Just allow it to resume that natural breathing on its own, bringing an awareness to any part of the body that may be feeling tight or contracted. And if you, when you scan your body, you see an area that needs your attention, just in your mind, caress that area, hold it as you would rocking a baby, and breathe into it. Noticing, giving that area your full attention. Noticing the color there, the shape there, the texture there. Being fully present with that area that needs your attention. And breathing into that area. And now I invite you to simply scan your memory bank. to see if there is a memory you are holding that is uncomfortable, that is tight. You know that because it contributes a tightness somewhere in your body. So look to see what the memory is. Allow the memory to be. Send your love to unfold and encapsulate that memory. Hold it as a loving mother would. Breathe into it and let it go. And now scanning your mind, is there a belief that needs your attention? A belief that is causing you to constrict, to shut down, to protect yourself. Allow all the love as you breathe. Allow that love to unfold that belief. Caress it. Hold it as a mother would hold a baby. Breathe into that belief and let it go. Even if you do not know or understand what the belief is or what the memory is, continue going through your mind, identifying them, flooding them with love, holding them gently as a mother would, gently rocking, giving them the full attention, and then letting them go. Anything that no longer serves you or protects you, anything that is keeping you small and constricted, see it, love it, let it go. It has served its purpose. And your purpose now is to expand, to be all that you can be, unrestrained, free. And so return your attention now to your breath. Allowing it to fully fill your body. Expanding your lungs. Expanding your heart space. Expanding that tiny spark of divinity that is always within you. And allowing your breath to fan that flame so that spark glows brighter, expands, grows, stretches your mind, accesses your very soul. And opens up feelings of divine love, acceptance, patience, inclusion, Feel yourself being included by that divine light. And allow that divine light to assist you to include. To include all of humanity as your family. To include all of life. In the tapestry of who you are. With each breath, feeling that love for all of life welling up in your heart. Each breath stretching you, enlarging you. Until you are big enough to include the whole universe within your consciousness. And once more, becoming aware of your breath, entering and leaving your body. And with the next breath, allow your consciousness now to come back, back into your awareness of physicality of time and place. Breathing deeply and stretching the shoulders back, stretching the neck up. Breathing, and when you are ready, open your eyes. Thank you for spending this time this morning to ground ourselves, remind ourselves of who we are and what we are, and prepare ourselves for the rest of our day. So please stay tuned for our musical introduction with Michael Drizlane and then our Sunday service. May you find joy, blessing, and inspiration. Namaste.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Drummer lost his mind there for a moment. I apologize. Oh, tough crowd today, too. Drummers booed off the stage. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Thomas.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us here today. And if we could just take a moment right now and show our appreciation and gratitude as we work, play, and live and create on the traditional and unceded territory of many ancestral peoples on Vancouver Island and here in Nanaimo, Haichka. And welcome to Unity, a positive path for spiritual living, no matter what your beliefs might be. As long as we don't harm others, you are welcome here at Unity. It's that wide open and that simple. So welcome to everybody that's joining us today. Ken?
Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what my life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. It's about lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I've learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smile. about lending a hand, about lending a hand. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smile. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, about lending a hand. Swing wide the doors till the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Thank you. That's a fun one. I like that one. Lots of energy. Well, we've got a minute. I'd like to thank James for jumping in today. He's filling in for Nico, so we much appreciate him. It's always nice to see him out. There was just one present, there was just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. There was just one power we all can't share, one great power everywhere. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the stars up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great spirit everywhere. There was just one purpose, there was just one spark, burning in our souls like a candle in the dark. There was just one chorus we all can't sing, one great power, let it ring. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the stars up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great spirit everywhere. One great power everywhere, one great power everywhere.
I invite everybody to join me for a moment. And let's first affirm within ourselves our own truth of what's right, affirming that we have the power within us to make choices, to choose our path, to live with love and presence, and to enjoy the greatness of not only ourselves but others as well. And so it is. And while we're in this place, I would like to invite a few moments of silence after the tragedy earlier this week in Texas, and to hold space for all of those beautiful souls and I hope that we find some great lesson and some great teaching from that moment that we can take forward with us. Thank you. I have a couple things this morning for Wise Words, a couple from Carl Jung. Carl Jung did a lot of great work on shadow work, for those that are familiar with shadow work, waking ourselves up, our consciousness. Richard Wagamese, in one of his books, I love how he put it, I'm not the guy in the lineup at the supermarket that is angry and upset. I'm the guy watching that guy in the lineup that is angry and upset. This is consciousness. This is waking up to seeing from a different viewpoint ourselves. Carl Jung writes, "Wisdom begins only when one takes things as they are, so it is a healing attitude when one can agree with the facts as they are. Only then we can thrive. As long as the shadow remains unconscious and unrecognized, it is at its most dangerous. Once we make the unconscious shadow conscious, then we have the ability to work with it, to contain it, and possibly even to transform it. It is consciousness which gives us choice. Nothing can be transformed whilst it remains unconscious." And I also get emails on a weekly basis from a gentleman by the name of James Clear, who wrote Atomic Habits. Anybody familiar with that book, Atomic Habits? And he writes this, I think this is really great. "So most big, deeply satisfying accomplishments in life take at least 5 years to achieve. This can include building a business, cultivating a loving relationship, writing a book, getting in the best shape of your life, raising a family, and more. 5 years is a long time. It is much slower than most of us would like. If you accept the reality of slow progress, you have every reason to take action today. If you resist the reality of slow progress, 5 years from now, you'll simply be 5 years older and still looking for a shortcut." That's from James Clear. Oh, and join me for our vision of unity. It's rubbing off. A world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening.
Today, I've got my mind in tune for one, ready to experience one. I'm ready for a miracle today. My mind is open, ready to receive it. My heart is open, open all the way. I do accept a miracle, do accept a miracle. I do accept a miracle today. I do receive a miracle, do receive a miracle. I do receive a miracle today.
Good morning. Seems to be one of those days. I wonder what happened. Maybe they did. Oh, she's speaking this week. I won't go. Or maybe they didn't want miracles. Or maybe they didn't want to have to participate in a miracle because they have a sneaking suspicion of what I'm going to tell us. This title came to me this week after our workshop with Linda Martella Whitsett. Was an advanced prayer training, and she was very, very clear that we need to participate in having our own prayers answered, that it's not out there doing it to us. It's igniting what's in here and becoming aware of the powers that we have to make our own changes in our lives. So some people don't want to hear that. So the miracle is defined as a surprising and welcome event that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws and is therefore considered to be the work of a divine agency. Well, that's true, it is. But once again, where and what is that divine agency? Is it up there, separate from us, something doing it for us, something doing it to us? No, the divine agency is you. You know that, don't you? The divine agency is you. The unseen power is within you. Now, that doesn't mean that there's a little piece of God sitting inside you someplace, hiding like the pineal gland or something, just waiting for you to activate it. No, it's flowing through you all the time, that power. Just as air flows through you and you flow through air, that unseen, magnificent power that's always available is always renewing, never static, always available to us. So miracles are not explicable by natural or scientific laws, but they are a perfectly normal result of the action of spiritual law. And this spiritual law is what we use when we pray or when we affirm. And Unity calls this, those of you who have been coming for a while know that Unity calls this law the law of mind action. Thank you. Expressed in 3 words: mind, idea, manifestation. So that's how life unfolds. That's how all creation happens. First there is mind, then there's an idea in mind, and then that idea expresses. That's the creative process. And that's how life, all of life is created. First there was divine mind, and that's all there was. In the beginning was God. And that, for me, is the best way to try to understand the essence of God as universal mind. Mind. First there was mind. And universal mind doesn't need a brain to keep it contained anywhere. You know that our brain is not synonymous with our mind. Our brain is simply an interface where our individualized mind unites with the infinite mind. Yes? Yes? Everybody nod and everything, because in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. So in the beginning there was just this mind, and there was the Word, which is the idea that sprung forth in the mind of God, and from that everything that sprung forth. Simple. Way too simple, right? Mind, idea, expression. You create in the same way. First the mind, we have an idea in mind, and then we manifest. So our manifestation, our expression, our result can only be as big as our idea. How big are our ideas? So a miracle is simply a bigger idea than you had before, right? That becomes a miracle. It's what happens when you stretch your ideas. I've got a whole bunch of quotes about miracles for you today. George Bernard Shaw said, "A miracle is an event which creates faith. That is the purpose and nature of miracles. It instills faith in a bigger idea." So when a miracle happens, you say, oh, that can happen. And then you start to believe it and have faith in it. See, everything is only impossible until it's done once. Yes? Nancy Gibbs tells us, "For the truly faithful, no miracle is necessary. For those who doubt, no miracle is sufficient." Miracles and faith closely related. Tom Thorpe, who's a Unity minister on the faculty of Unity Spiritual Institute, says, "When we know miracles as new understandings, perspectives, and awareness of possibilities," when we know miracles as new understandings, and miracles certainly do happen every day in numbers beyond our ability to count. So what's a miracle? It all depends on what you think is possible. Einstein said, "There are 2 ways to live life. You can live as if nothing is a miracle, or you can live as if everything is a miracle." Miracles happen every day. Change your perception of your idea of what a miracle is, and you'll start to see them all around you. Pablo Picasso, not person I usually think of as a philosopher, but I love it. "Everything is a miracle. It is a miracle that one does not dissolve in one's bath like a cube of sugar." Isn't that great? That's a miracle.
Also a good thing.
Yeah. And Thoreau said, "Could a greater miracle take place than for us to look through each other's eyes for an instant?" That connection, not explicable by natural or scientific laws. So maybe the purpose of miracles is not to prove anything, but simply to remind us that the physical world is not so solid and real as we seem to think it is. And the Buddha said, if we could see the miracle of a single flower clearly, our whole life would change. That's a change in perspective, right? So in Christian Healing, Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore wrote, intellectual people do no miracles through faith because they always limit its scope to what the intellect says is law. It is when faith is exercised deep in spiritual consciousness that it finds its right place. And under divine law, without variation or disappointment, it brings results that are seemingly miraculous. How big an idea can we have faith in? So, divine law. Once again, a law is that which is always true for everybody in all circumstances. A divine law cannot be broken. And Ernest Holmes talks about it this way, and this is, I think, is my favoriteest quote of all time ever. He says, if we believe that it will not work, it really works by appearing to not work. When we believe that it cannot and will not, then according to the principle, it does not. But when it does not, it still does, only it does according to our belief that it will not. This is our own punishment through the law of cause and effect. We do not enter in because of our doubts and fears. Right? It's not punishment imposed upon us by the Spirit of God, but an automatic result of failing constructively to use the law. So we don't necessarily completely understand how a law works, because then it can appear to be not working. So when events happen that do not conform to our present understanding of a natural law, and if it's a pleasant event, we might call it a miracle. What if it's not a pleasant event? One of the synonyms for miracles is a wonder or a marvel. Tom Thorpe again says, the ability to wonder and to marvel is one of the qualities Jesus may well have had in mind when he said, truly I tell you, whoever does not receive the kingdom of God as a little child will never enter it. As a little child, how would that be? Trusting, having faith, full of wonderment, believing in miracles. Do you remember the Peter principle? That was a book by a fellow named Lawrence Peter quite some time ago, and he proposed that in a hierarchy, every employee rises to the level of their incompetence. So say you're working at McDonald's and you're frying chips, and you do real good with the frying, so they move you up to the counter. And you do really good with the counter, so they put you on burgers. So you're really, really good with burgers. The next thing you know, you're store manager and everything falls to pieces because you've been promoted as far as you're good at, and you'll stay at that place where everything falls to pieces. So rather cynical, tongue-in-cheek, but he did a lot of writing that was very useful in business and education. And one thing he said is, the best dog is the hot dog because it feeds the hand that bites it. So is it miracles or is it the law of mind action? And again, the law of mind action is mind, idea, expression, right? So what's faith? Well, again, according to Charles Fillmore, faith is the perceiving power of the mind linked with the power to shape substance. Did you know you have the power to shape substance? Spiritual assurance, the power to do the seemingly impossible. It is a magnetic power that draws unto us our heart's desire from the invisible spiritual substance. Faith is a deep inner knowing that that which is sought is already ours for the taking. Now, faith is assurance of things hoped for. Again, once it's imagined, it's possible. You've heard the saying, if you can conceive it and believe it, you can achieve it. That's faith. And here's one from Leonard Nimoy, of all people. The miracle is this: the more we share, the more we have. That's a miracle because it seems impossible. But some of us have experienced that it is not. Eric Butterworth writes, faith is expectancy. You do not receive what you want. You do not receive what you pray for, nor even what you say you have faith in. You always receive what you actually expect. So if you're doing affirmations and convincing yourself that you believe that you really are wonderful and beautiful and can do anything, and that little voice under is saying, oh yeah, who do you think you are? That's what you're going to get, what you really expect. So change your expectations. Expect miracles. Right? Willa Cather wrote, where there is great love, there are always miracles. And we've all heard stories of parents being able to lift a car off a trapped child or something, where there is great love, where there is great courage. And St. Exupery tells the story of a pilot who was downed in a very, very snowy region of the Andes. And he trudged through the snow for several days trying to find a way out, only to find himself hopelessly blocked by a yawning crevice in the ice. And he immediately knew he had three choices. He could surrender and die of exposure. He could take a leap at this impossible crevice and die in the fall. Or number three, he could convince himself that the crevice was not too wide to jump and make an attempt from that conviction. So he backed off, closed his eyes in inner communion for a few minutes, opened his eyes and shouted, I can, and ran and jumped across the crevice, just barely. Just barely. Was this God interfering? Was it a miracle? No, it was accomplished with his own concentrated mind, by special effort of his mind and by special effort of his muscles, from his own inner God potential. And a miracle resulted. Because we know that our bodies release adrenaline and serotonin and all those good things that help us in times of crisis. But we can consciously release those with our concentrated thought. You ever thought of that? That's a possibility. That could be a miracle that we could learn to do that. Call up the adrenaline when we need it, the serotonin, whatever it is we need. We can create the miraculous extra power and energy. And that helps those miracles come from within. Because all of our life experiences are a response to, aren't they? The response to what we expect. Life doesn't just happen to us. Miracles don't just happen. And all the unhappy people I know, and the unhappy person I was before waking up, are the people that believe that life's just happening to me. And it's doing it to me, and the people in my life are doing it to me, and I'm just being blown around like a leaf in the wind, and there's nothing I can do about it. And we don't want to hear that we're taking part in creating that. That's the only thing that frees us and liberates us. So again, I say expect a miracle. Live, as Einstein says, as though everything is a miracle. Start to notice all the miracles around you. Appreciate them. The miracle of the beauty of the flower. Revel in the miracles that are all around us. Next time you have a shower, celebrate the miracle that you did not dissolve. Celebrate the miracles of new life. Well, not new life, because we can't transform life energy. We can't extinguish life energy. We can only transform it, right? We can never extinguish that, because life is eternal. So celebrate the new expressions of life all around, in every flower in the garden. Those beautiful trees in blossom right now. All those miracles, the miracle of children. Notice the miracles, celebrate the miracles, and get used to living as though everything is a miracle, and it will be. This is the teaching. This is what unity teaches. This is the germ of the teaching. Life responds to your expectations. Expect miracles. This is the truth that sets us free. Namaste.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still, be still, be still, and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still, be still, be still, and know that I am God.
I invite you to be still and know the truth of those words. I am God. I am of God's stuff. I have within me all the attributes and powers of the divine. The power of faith. The power of strength is mine. The power of wisdom. The ability to connect with all the wisdom of the universal mind. Everything that has ever been known is available to me. I am love. The love that is God beats in my heart. The power to choose to master my own life, that God power is available to me. The power to understand, the power to imagine, the power to set my will to align with divine order. The power of enthusiasm to bring my dreams to life. The power to determine what is mine to do and what is mine to let go, to release, to cast out from my life forever. And the power to live fully, fully expressed, fully appreciated, fully known as a divine expression of the One. And so it is.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah. Christ within me. Hallelujah. Christ within me. Hallelujah.
Thank you. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Patricia. I always feel this need to summarize what I heard. I think it's because I had a podcast and I had guests on all the time, so I'd have to, kind of put out there, what did I actually get out of this? And a couple things stuck out for me. One was the idea of mind action, that not only, though, will it bring about the miracles that we want, but it'll also bring about maybe the stuff we don't want, if that's what we're stuck on thinking about, right? And then it also reminded me of Eric Butterworth, one of the great ministers of Unity, and in his writings, he was a Quaker, and he wrote, one of the Quaker sayings was, when you pray, move your feet. And I love that. That's exactly what the law of mind action is. So thank you, Patricia. Coming up, we have good stuff to do. Today at 1 o'clock, a celebration of life service for Renee Delisle in the Lion's Den, and everyone is welcome. I'm assuming that's in Comox, is that correct? Yes, in Comox. So if you're in that area, please join at 1 o'clock today for a celebration of life. Weedy Wednesdays, help keep our grounds beautiful. Join Patricia for a work party at from 10 till noon and or 2 to 4 every Wednesday right here at Unity in Nanaimo. Next Sunday, June 5th, there is a live service in Victoria at the Oaklands Community Center, and Reverend Patricia will be speaking there. Music will be by Michael Drizlane and Bright Spirits. Coffee at 10:15, service at 10:30, fellowship following service. There's a live service in Comox. The speaker will be Thomas DeShooter. That's me. It's weird that I would say my name that way. Some guy named Thomas DeShooter will be speaking in Comox. Super Sunday following with bread and dessert. And then there'll also be live service here in Nanaimo. And our speaker will be Reverend Vicky, music by Nico Rhodes and Laurel Circle, and refreshments following. And I don't believe we'll be live streaming. Oh, so the service here with Reverend Vicky will be live streamed as well, but the other two will not.
Oh yeah, but you get bread and dessert.
That's true, I do. That's why I chose Comox. As a musician, I pray for food all the time. So you go where the food shows up. Sunday afternoon concert series will continue. Next up, we have Simple Gifts with Rick Scott and Nico Rhodes. That'll be Sunday, June 12th, 1 p.m. It'll be here in at Unity, the Unity of Nanaimo location. And Brenda has tickets for that. They're $20. They'll be available today. And will we be streaming that as well, or recording it?
No, we're doing that in the big building.
Okay, we're doing that in the big building, so we will not be streaming that. So if you want to see that, you'll need to come here to Nanaimo. And What's Up Unity will continue with our monthly update and feedback form this Tuesday, June 7th at 7 p.m. That's not this coming Tuesday, but a week from this Tuesday. And you can join the Zoom meeting. Any ideas that you want to bring forth, any questions that you have, this is a great place for the community to gather and bring forth whatever it is they need from this ministry. It's a great place to do it in that form. Unity Vancouver Island in Victoria is Monday Magic at the Met in the First Metropolitan Church Room. Monday, May 30th is Games Night. Monday, June 6th is the Prayer Circle with Mavis. Monday, June 13th is How to Hug a Cactus Part 2 with Anna Harvey. And Monday, June 20th, Coffee House with Judy Bell, video and travel talk on Endeavour Labship. And you can find all of that stuff either in our newsletter or on our website, Unity Vancouver Island. Ongoing events, also second and fourth Tuesdays at the Spiritual Center in Comox is the Prayer Circle. And then Tuesdays at 10 a.m. here in Nanaimo is the Seated Tai Chi. Thursdays at 10:30, A Course in Miracles is also here in Nanaimo with Leanne. And Fridays at 7 o'clock p.m. is the Board Games Night here in Nanaimo. And Talk the Talk after service fellowship today. So following today's service, you can join on the following meeting ID with Zoom and discuss today's talk and join in community with others. And for those that are present here, will there be coffee? Yes, so for those that are present here in Nanaimo, there will be refreshments in the building next door after service. Not bread and dessert. soup as well.
Oh, no.
And as always, thank you so much for the abundance that we experience here at Unity of Vancouver Island, and for all those that have joined online. And I noticed there was quite a number online today in YouTube. Thank you for joining us online. Thank you for all of you that have come here today and shared with us. And thank you for the ongoing financial support and all of the volunteerism that we experience here at Unity of Vancouver Island. It is, it's really our community, and we do a great job of taking care of it. So thank you for everybody. That should have been gone is the word I heard. So make that slide disappear there. And let's bring in our kids. Hey, hey! Awesome. Thank you. And join me for our children's blessing. We see the divine light shining as you. We love and appreciate you exactly the way you are. Yay. And join me for the prayer for protection.
There was supposed to be a gratitude slide there. Today's gratitude goes to retiring board president Thomas DeShooter.
Oh, wow. Today's gratitude goes to me for... the gratitude is for me retiring. We're so grateful he has retired from the board. Yay! Well, thank you. Since I have a microphone in my hand, I will say that serving on the board has been an absolute gift. It has enhanced my spiritual development in ways that I could not have imagined because of the way we practice on the board, where we work under a form of consensus as opposed to other boards I've been on where the vote wins. And this forces one who might be used to operating in an environment where you try to express your point until you win to actually see how you could support somebody else. And that has been a true gift in working on this board. So I didn't know what I would get from being a part of it, but that is truly something I received as a gift, and it I think will serve me well going forward. So thank you for the opportunity. And now join me for today's prayer for protection. The light that is God surrounds me. I am one with the light. The love that is God enfolds me. I am one with the love. The power that is God protects me. I am one with the power. The presence that is God watches over me. I am one with the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well, and so it is. Amen.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with love as our center, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joy.